TCM Health Betterment for Spring Update, as well as is also known as a February Update. So every quarter I have a sharing, and for those who are new to me, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Clement Ng. I'm a TCM practitioner from Singapore. I'm not a first career TCM practitioner. I started off my career in the IT industry as a computer engineer by trainings, and I spent a couple of years in the corporate world, about 25 years. And now I'm the chairman for the Complementary Medicine and Health Product, the Technical Committee on Complementary Medicine and Health Product, where my committee look into the standardization for complementary medicine, health supplement, as well as cosmetic, starting from this year. And I'm the president of Singapore Acupuncture Association, and I'm currently the head of delegation for Singapore in the ISO TC249 delegation that look into the standardization for Chinese medicine for the world. And I'm been appointed as the executive director for the World Federation of Chinese Medical Society, the 5th Executive Council for the next 5 years, and the vice president for the World Federation of Chinese Medical Society in the area of standardizations. And I'm also the committee member for the World Federation of Acupuncture Society in the Standardization and Working Committee. So personally, I'm very much focused in standardizations. Why standardizations? Standard is the language for the world. When you want to do something, you must have a standard. For example, how to implement the needles, how to eat and things like that. So I am the champion for standard when it comes to TCM as far as Singapore is concerned. So that's something about myself. So the program will touch on the following. And before I begin on the sharing of the details, allow me to introduce my company, TCM and You. The company was incorporated in 2005 as an internet-based company, focusing on just what you need to know about TCM to become a beautiful you, a stronger you, a calmer you, a smarter you, and a healthier you. I'm focusing on the you as a person that will need such, for example, benefit derived from Chinese medicines. So these are something that we look into, and all my development is go under these headings. In my program, in my training, in my product to be launched, this will be the aims, and I'm looking forward to share with all of you. And allow me to bring your attention to the agenda for today's discussion. Today is a short discussion. I'll be touching on a particular context of long COVID and updates. I've been talking about long COVID for a couple of times. Today is 2024. Since 2019 until now, we have about 5 years. Why are we still talking about long COVID? Because COVID is the incident. Long COVID is the sequel of COVID. And it's lingering on and still creating many issues around us. I'll discuss that. I'll share with you the background of TCM Health Betterment approaches, and I'll touch on what you can do for the coming months after February, and I'll share with you some of the course preview. Why is it important to learn health knowledge? And this will be the agenda for today. So let me give you a long COVID updates. As I mentioned, COVID has been around for many years. When I discuss about long COVID, we are touching on is often deliberating illness that occur in at least 10% of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, SARS-CoV, the long form for COVID-19 infections. So maybe out of 100, this 10% will in a way suffer from long COVID. And more than 200 symptoms have been identified with impact on multiple organ systems. So when it comes to long COVID understanding, long COVID is not a one symptom illnesses. It's multi-systemic, and it has been affecting many individuals out there right now. So when we talk about long COVID, it can be traced, and more than 65 million individuals worldwide are estimated to have long COVID, with cases increasing daily. And we only attributed this to those who declare themselves as a COVID and subsequently diagnosed as long COVID. So in the sharing that I discussed in the last couple of months sharing, I touched on long COVID symptoms and impact on the numerous organs with different pathology, such as it may affect our heart systems, triggering symptoms such as chest palpitations. We have affecting our lung systems, whereby it triggers symptoms such as cough, dystonia, and immune system, where a person can be actually triggered and subsequently diagnosed to have suffered autoimmunity illnesses. Autoimmunity illnesses have many forms, such as we heard of lupus, talk about fibromyalgia, and these are all considered part of the autoimmune system conditions. And also even cases whereby a long COVID patient eventually evolve or develop into a case of diabetics. And we also have gastrointestinal traits where abdominal pain, diarrhea, nauseating, vomiting. These are quite common. And now we talk about neurological cognitive impairment. We discussed about something called brain fog and things like that. But fatigue is one of the key issue I want to highlight today. There may be conditions whereby the whole constitution change. So the following slide basically share with you in details what are the typical post-COVID or long COVID conditions. General symptoms, an individual may have tiredness, fatigue that will interfere with the daily life. There are many instances indicating that the individual, before COVID happened, this individual is very strong, able to conduct his activity, finish his or her task on time without any deliberations. But after COVID, somehow rather, the energy level has never been able to meet what was previously become. So you have a general tiredness. They may come across situations whereby individuals suffer from respiratory symptoms. Cough is one of the most common. A cough can be due to the fact that in my past sharing, you consume too much cooling substances that trigger cough. And shortness of breath is where now you have difficulty catching your breath. You feel tired easily. Chest pain and stuff like that. And there are also other symptoms such as what I want to discuss today, where we look into neurological symptoms. Brain fog is quite normally attributed. Now you're forgetting, you bring you to the brain fog. But how long can you keep saying that it's a brain fog? If you keep coming across a situation whereby you cannot remember things, or your cognitive ability now started to deteriorate, and that's something you have to look into and identify what can be the possible problem and what can you mitigate that. Because after 2 years, you still continue to behave in such a way, something had to be done before further damage occur. Other symptoms we discussed previously, rashes, change in menstrual cycle in ladies, and there's a key issue regards to the experiencing a new health condition after COVID. Now this one I'll highlight and discuss today. Previously very strong individuals, after COVID, changed to a totally new, different constitutions. And the latest Lancet reports, Lancet is a very high authoritative articles and magazines. I will send this out to all those who attended the class today. With regards to the paper on the long COVID is associated with severe cognitive slowing, a multi-center cross-section study. It's good to come across and go about reading such articles online to have some understanding of what the researcher or the wiser in the modern world look into conditions around us. To be able to publish on Lancet, the integrity of the quality of the paper had to be good. So what it highlighted in this particular article is several patients of COVID-19 developed neurological symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, hyperglycemia, and neuralgia. These are quite common. While on more severe side of complications, there have been reports of COVID-19 induced Parkinsonism. This is what triggered me to go about identifying these particular articles. I make it a point every sharing to discuss some key topic besides what I have sent out to all of you. So to benefit those who come on board to listen to me talking about what's going on. This COVID-19 induced Parkinsonism, how it come about? Why initially I have a COVID-19 and subsequently it developed to something so much more severe? So let me discuss and share with you this particular statement from extract from a evidence-based medicine, a discussion. Now, I'd like to highlight one thing, and I always stress, I am not against evidence-based medicines. Evidence-based medicine presents itself a very scientific way of seeing things. What you see, you can believe. What you cannot see, you must guess. But the question is, what you cannot see doesn't mean it not exist. So let's understand from this particular gentleman, the renowned medical practitioner from Ming Dynasty. He has a very good statement I will share with all of you. The vital energy, we call it the qi in the blood, in the human body are like the source of a spring. So Chinese medicine look at the human body. My hand is red. Close my hand, the moment I open, the blood come back again. So the blood flow and the element of the qi, element of the blood internally is very strong fundamental substance within us. And that defines who we are. And this source of spring must flow. It must stay abundance. Meaning, when abundant, they flow smoothly. And when deficient, they become stagnant. So the question is, why and what triggers the deficiency? So when there's a deficiency, this flow of qi and blood will start to be stagnant. So what happened? Therefore, when the qi and blood are not deficient, there is no stagnation. And when deficiency, stagnation inevitably occurs. So what we want to highlight here is, what is evidence-based? Evidence-based means I can see a growth. I can see a spur. I can see a rise in blood pressure. I can see a structural changes. But what is this? I can see the sugar high. I can measure sugar is high. I can measure cholesterol is high. All these are evidence-based conditions. But in order for such an evidence-based scenario to occur, this individual must suffer a prolonged period of deficiency. Like for example, I like to highlight diabetic because of my research on diabetic. When you talk about diabetic being a measured sugar high, what it indicates is this individual has been in a prolonged period where the body failed to effectively metabolize the sugar. Until such a point the sugar reaches a certain level, now it's high, I go diabetic. But before I reach this particular indicator, it means this individual has been deficiency over a prolonged period. Similarly for cholesterol issue, the body failed to effectively metabolize the cholesterol, now my cholesterol high. Until it's high, they know that it's a problem. Question is, meaning that this individual already suffered a prolonged period of deficiency. A cancer, a growth, when you can identify them, means the person already deficiency over a prolonged period. So that's where I want to share with you one diagram that I previously shared in one of my immunity class with regards to how illnesses come about. Health and illnesses is a developmental progress. All of us here today, we are all product of yesteryear. Take for example, if you believe that you are healthy right now. For example, now I'm healthy. Meaning, I'm absent of any illnesses. In WHO 1948 definition of health, it's not just a physical healthy that you are able to achieve. You have to achieve social healthy, psychological healthy, and all other aspects, all healthy, they are considered healthy. So assuming that you're healthy right now, good for you. But in the event you come to a situation whereby you experience a certain degree of sub-health, a functional disorder, you may have some giddiness here and there, dizziness there and there. Sometimes you have some pain, sometimes you feel that you feel tired. You suffer from a condition known as chronic fatigue. Are you sick yet? Technically, no, because medical indicators said that you are still fine. So you are in the deficiency state. So at this juncture, if you understand your body constitution, you can recalibrate and bring yourself back to health. Regulating your body through the knowledge of your body, understanding of your constitution you belong to, and I cover this in details in my medicated diet class. And conditioning and regulating, bring yourself back to health. This technically is easy, and I always advocate health is a daily routine. You can do this. But if you ignore all the telltale signs, for example, a pain here, you don't care about it. And after a while, this pain, this discomfort in the body, it becomes structural. Meaning I can see the growth, I can see the cyst, I can see the fibroid, I can see something growing there, I can see your sugar level spike. So now it becomes structural. So at this moment, what we need to rely on is to basically rely on the what we call sickness management. So you notice about from the modern medicine perspective, every illnesses that you're coming across, they are all known as management. Have you ever cured from your diabetic? Have you ever cured from your cholesterol? Have you ever cured from the condition that you pronounce chronic? The answer is no. So what you are going through is a period of sickness management. If you are able to manage well, what happens? Your illness go into remission. Remission means you no longer require medicines. And that is the optimal state that we want to achieve nowadays. If you come across a situation whereby you diagnose with the chronic illnesses or sickness where structural changes, the objective is to bring yourself back to remission, meaning you are now stage 0 of your current illnesses, no medicine needed. That's the optimal. So you're back to your sub-health. But if you are able to work harder, chances are you may go back to health. But it also depends on which age group you are in. Before 40 years old, we're going uphill. Not, you don't do anything, tomorrow you should be better you. After 40 years old, you're going downhill. If you don't do something, tomorrow you're definitely worse than today. It's a fact. So question is, if you are not able to do something, or you don't obey the management protocol being prescribed to you by any healthcare practitioner out there, you go into a stage of chronic illnesses, more serious illnesses. And that's where you notice in this diagram in front of you, all illnesses is the progressions from health to illness. It's not something happened yesterday. So individual out there claiming that I'm not well today. Yesterday I was well. Can I be well tomorrow? If you ask me the question, how long does it take to cure you? The correct answer is I don't know. But sometimes people ask me this question, and they expect the answer said 1 day, 1 week. The idea is like that. Every day we are aging. If you can be a better you than you tomorrow, tomorrow can be better you than you today, is a bonus. But if you are not willing to put in the effort to become a better of you, then the reverse may be true. So illnesses itself, I want to highlight, in the event whereby you suffer from a long COVID fatigue, I feel tired, meaning I'm already in a deficient state. And when deficient occurs, stagnation is inevitably will occur. It's already written about 150 years ago, 500 years ago. When deficiency, stagnation inevitably will occur. So when a case of chronic fatigue, the fact that you feel tired, you should embark on a journey to identify, make yourself more alert, rather than wait for it to happen. Sleep through and believe that you will get well. That's a very pessimistic move. So that's my suggestion. At this juncture, if you are keen to learn something, I believe that more women in the class normally. I have a class called Women's Health, the TCM perspective. You'll be around sharing with you the entire progress of how women's health can be maintained and developed. So this class will be on the after Chinese New Year. I invite all of you here to join my course. It's all SkillsFuture supported. If not, the investment you place here definitely be worthwhile for you to recover. There's a saying, if a TCM practitioner can treat women's health problems, men's health problem is a given. Women have a case of period, you call it liquor here, pregnancy, menopause. All these have played a part in the entire growth cycle and illness development in the ladies throughout her life. So anyway, if you are keen, I welcome you to join my class. At this juncture, let me go toward the program on the TCM approaches to health betterment. So in Chinese medicine perspective, when you look into somebody's health, we look into the prevent before disease strike, preventions. Personally, I like to conduct training because I want to act at this stage. Sharing with you knowledge that illnesses is something that you can prevent. If you look into the condition of understanding who you are, where you are, and what kind of environmental changes happen around us, we can technically prevent illnesses. And to intercept before pathological changes, interceptions. This is where the government healthy ESG is trying to achieve. And I encourage all of you to go for healthy ESG. And if you can, go for your medical checkup more regularly. Personally, I do I went for medical checkup every 6 months. So the idea is I need to understand who am I, and so that I have a moral high ground to tell my patient that how I carry my life is supposed to something good for myself, and I have a moral high ground to tell my patient what is correct, what is wrong, as far as from my personal perspective. Because when understanding pathological changes, if you can address it earlier, it helps to save many times, many problems. Like 4 days ago, I was down with fever, down with sore throat, down with cough. Now I'm look normal because I intercept many things in 1 day. I change medicine 3 times. Anyway, that's how we take medicine as a practitioners. It can be too drastic, but it works. And to nourish after recover from disease. This is something they have to take notes. For example, I share with you about long COVID. There exists individuals out there have more than one COVID. And this condition, if you keep going on, is detrimental and weaken the body. So should you come across a situation whereby you suffer from a particular symptom upfront, you should take precautionary measure to prevent any possible relapse. And this can be achieved through the understanding of season and timing, locality and individuals. These are information I discuss in details in my fundamental class and my medical diet class. And for those who are interested in joining my program on fundamental and the class, these are programs that you can share and join them. Where am I now? Okay, I'll come to that. So 胃病先防. Okay, now let me talk about what we're going to cover today according to season and timing. When I talk about according to seasons and timing, I want to touch on the following. Time, seasonal health betterment management approach. This is where, during my last sharing in November, reflecting on the health update I shared on November 23, I mentioned that as the weather gradually turns colder or cooler, many people may experience symptoms such as leg, foot pain, rheumatic pain, and numbness in hand and the feet. Actually, you suddenly feel that your numbness go away. Why? Weather turns warmer. Some medication can help, but environmental weather changes also play a part. And I mentioned the recent major cold corresponds to January 20th. Brought about a unique cold season in Singapore. It was the coldest day in Singapore at that day. I still remember it's a Saturday. It's very cold. I recorded a temperature 21 degrees. So our weather pattern here mirrored Northern Hemisphere. So to share with you, for those who are new to me, I keep emphasizing that in Singapore we have 4 seasons. And our weather pattern mirrored that of the Northern Hemisphere. Because from the sharing, the beginning of spring in the current year correspond or only a few days apart of Chinese New Year. So I'll take the opportunity to wish everybody a short while. And with the arrival of the significant solar term, Li Chun, there has been a noticeable change in the natural atmosphere when the yang qi energy start to rise and bringing vitality. And you'll notice that, as I mentioned, your coldness now start to dissipate, go away. So at this turning point of the general weather, it is essential to pay more attention to your health and to protecting ourselves from the cold and unpredictable weather of the spring. Take for example, this morning was very hot. I'm not sure where you are just now. It was a thundery, not thunder, but very heavy shower, heavy rain while I'm coming back from the city area. Very heavy rain. Because in where we are right now, as part of the Northern Hemisphere, Singapore is located near the equator. Although it does not have a distinct fall season, spring, especially on sunny day, may still bring around with a slight chill, with the cool spring breeze. Singapore is 1 degree north. Our entire weather pattern mirrors that of the northern hemisphere. So when northern hemisphere entering winter, which I share in November, our weather will turn colder and colder, where it hit the lowest around January period, where we see at January 20th. And now we are correspond to a period whereby there's a rising yang qi. So what happened at this period? The temperature will start to rise. Lowest in January, it start to go up. So in order to maintain health, what must you do is to ride with the wave. Now the temperature getting warmer. You should keep our body warm at the same time. But as the snow and icy cold weather up north start to melt, when the ice start to melt, what happened during this period? From February and March period, there are symptoms of our body respond significantly to the changes in the weather. And most of the symptoms that we observe nowadays when it comes to wind. Wind, from TCM perspective, is the most pestilent pathogens. 风为百病之首. It triggers many upper respiratory conditions. And one of the noticeable patterns is the changing climate during the solar term transition also corresponds to the high incidence of infectious diseases. Wind start to blow, upper respiratory system illnesses will start to occur more and more. There's an outbreak of SARS, COVID-19, and the recent increase in cold and severe cough among friends, including myself, as I mentioned. I got a very severe flu. I sneezed badly. No cough yet, but I sneezed badly and a very bad sneeze. Then I have to resume to many medicines. So at this moment, I believe people around you are suffering from the same symptom around you as well. So every year, whenever you can remember SARS come about during this period, COVID around this period. This year, we're not sure what kind of, in a way, infectious disease will come. But so please take care of yourself. Important to remain vigilant during the gathering. Adhere to safety measures for disease prevention. They are still around. It's nothing wrong nowadays for you to wear a mask. We are not a mask generations. Wear a mask, nobody can blame you. See, just tell them, I don't want to spread my illness to you, not the other way. They respect you. So go ahead, wear your mask. And during this season of rising yang, for the health betterment focus, from the perspective of Chinese medicine, spring is the time where liver qi is abundant. Spring under wood element correspond to the liver system. So what happened during this period? It can affect the spleen, making it functional relatively weaker. In this diagram you observe in front of you, it's called a 5-element theory. The external circle presents the promoting cycle. The internal star indicate the restricting cycle or controlling cycle. The wood promote fire, the fire promote earth, earth promote metal, metal promote water, water promote wood. This is called promotion. The wood control the earth control the water control the fire control the metal, the metal control the wood. So there's a check and balance in ensuring everything on earth stay in the equilibrium. This is how 5-element theory play a part. In the event when it comes to spring, and the spring corresponds to the liver system. And what happened with the liver system? During this period of the rising yang qi, people get agitated easily. You notice that some of the family gathering, maybe people start to gather, when the social distance getting shorter, people anger also getting higher. So what happens when your anger or emotion flare up? The liver wood will subjugate, we call it the earth spleen. So what happens when someone having an emotional flare up? There are two outcomes. One is I eat a lot, one is I don't eat. And this occurrence also trigger and identify as one of the source of why someone having an emotional challenge, they may subsequently trigger a condition of diabetic. So if you would like to know more about how this relationship among the yin and yang, the fire element, and how Chinese medicine make use of such a theory now and our fundamental understanding of different organs among each other and the diagnosis, you're welcome to join my program, TCM Fundamental Essential Diagnosis. This will be the 13th run. I'll run 13 times already. I am memorized by heart already. So this class will be around in the month of March, Friday evening. So it's an interesting class. You're welcome to join me. So now we'll discuss about some health betterment focus during this period. Therefore, the focus of health betterment approaches will be focusing at addressing the digestive system, the spleen and the stomach system, regulating the emotion, the liver system, promoting qi circulation, the yang element conditionings. So I'll be discussing and share with you a few approaches, such as the use of the 3 acupressure area, 3 medicated diet. So let me start off with acupressure massage. I like to use acupressure massage as a means for health betterment because it's one of the simplest approach. Our hand is the best tools on earth. As a computer engineer by training, we talk about artificial intelligence. Now we talk about artificial intelligence. It's nothing new. When I was doing my undergrad work in 1990, 1993, we already talk about artificial intelligence. Our hand has 6 degrees of freedom. We can move our hand very freely. And our hand is the best tool on earth. If you can make use of your hand, you can learn some usefulness of tools, such as the application of Scrabble, cupping, and material along this line. You can help yourself to do some massaging for yourself and for your loved one, or if you are conducting a certain traits in this particular area. With the aging population that we are facing right now, relying on your children to take care of you is something a luxury. So you're advisable to learn something yourself, take care of yourself, and if such a skill can be used for other people, it's a bonus. So learn the flow technique, massage, cupping, moxibustion technique, and skill set in helping yourself in or taking care of others. So this class will be conducted in the month of February to March, Tuesday evening. You're welcome to join me. I'll start this class. There are enough participants to start the class. And I'll be discussing this few areas tonight to all of you. 3 acupoint method. I'll talk about LV14, Qi Men, massaging the rib area, regulating the emotion, the liver system. ST36, 足三里, rubbing 足三里now is the spleen and the stomach system. GB20, 百会, brushing and combing your hair. Let's start with this first point known as LV14. Okay, GB20 can also help to promote yang qi circulations. So let's start with LV14, the last acupoint of the liver meridian. The last point of the liver meridian qi located at the 6th intercostal space below the nipple. Our nipple corresponds to the 4th intercostal space. So at the base of your breast, men or women is the same. This point right below your nipple is called qi men. It's a very important acupoint. Why? The point helps to regulate liver qi. This is the last point of the liver meridian. Why lady prone to have breast lump? Because ladies are known to be prone to qi stagnations. You are prone to having what we call emotional disturbance. A survey was being conducted whether men more stressful or women more stressful. The answer is women more stressful. Men suffer depression more or ladies suffer depression more. Ladies suffer depression more. Men having anxiety problem or women having more anxiety problem. Women have high incidence of anxiety. These are worldwide records all indicate that women are more emotionally challenged than men. But I like to debate to differ. Is that true? Answer is you ask a man and men will say no. Whether true or not, I don't know. Okay, never mind. So when the qi is stuck here, what happened? When the qi don't flow, as I mentioned just now, when there's a deficiency, stagnation inevitably will occur. So what does stagnation equivalent to? A cyst, a fiber, a growth. All these are due to qi deficiency, qi stagnation. So should you come across a situation of such thing, what can you do? Is emotion your own something someone can help you? We like to blame others. You make me angry, you make me sad. But question is, why must you be angry? Why must you be sad? Because at the end of the day, all emotion are internal manifestation of external stimuli. You may do something bad to me. If I don't respond, there will be no response. So if you choose to respond, and the response become negative, who suffer? You yourself suffer. So now learn a technique of taking care of yourself. Use the technique of rubbing the side, placing the hand under the armpit and rub along the rib interspace to the chest. Repeat 30 times. Do this. Okay. Pay attention to breathing. Inhale. Exhale. The process is better filled with the flow of qi. A warm sensation in the rib area are the ideal. So if you do this, okay, and smile, okay, that's all you need to do. Don't be a victim of others' wrongdoing and create your own emotional disturbance. Help yourself, massage your achievement. So, I'm technically quite a jovial person. So next point I want to share with you is called Zusanli. Zusanli is a very important acute point for health betterment. Let's go through the description first. Located 3 chun below the knee, depression of the knee, 1 finger breadth from the anterior border of the tibia. So what you need to do, find the depression on the knee first, right here, and right here. 3 chun means 4 finger. Zusan is the point to regulate immune systems, enhance disease resistance, tonify the spleen and the stomach. So this point is a point whereby everybody are advised to massage as and when you feel like doing. So this point help you right here. So moderate massage of Zusanli, with deep breathing can improve body ability to defend against diseases. So something you can help yourself. And modern medicine research has identified Zusanli adrenocortical system has a two-way or benign regulatory function, can enhance the body ability to prevent diseases. You are advised to use a scraper. This is called a scraper. To scrape along the Zusanli. Drawing down this way. So this is something that you can help yourself to do, and it can help to maintain your health. And there's one action I want to share with you regarding to kneading or rubbing your knee. The sign of aging start from legs. The signs of aging start from the legs. In my past sharing, as I mentioned before, if you can run up the staircase 2 steps at a time, you are considered young. I'm referring to somebody close to 80 years old nowadays. A member of mine, they can do this action. And I just recently have a new patient. She's 96 years old. And she climbs staircase she climbs 4 floors of staircase every day. So she stay in those units where there's no lift. And she's 96 years old. So is she old? My answer is no, he's younger than me. She tell me that she had to hold on to the step to walk. I tell her, I also must hold on to the step to walk. So she's 96, 40 years my senior. So the signs of aging start from the legs. For those who are experiencing weak knee or intended to prevent, you should adopt a simple step of massaging your knee when sitting down. So hold on to your knee, left, right. By pressing the 2 palms on the knee, massaging the knee, clockwise, anti-clockwise for 9 times each to achieve a warm sensation at the knee joint. So if 9 times not enough, just increase accordingly. So rub your hand, warm, massage. Every day do this. When you're seated down just now, later you will stand up, massage your knee first. So the next one I want to share with you is a Bai Hui GV20. GV20 is the At the vertex of the head, this point is a big regulating point of body yang. Massaging this point can boost the body yang. So vertex, how to identify? Tip of your ear all the way up by the middle. Simple massaging can be just place your hand there and turn left and right. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. It's the main point for treatment for headaches and dizziness. And massaging using the palm, using a rotating action, something like this. Or what you can do is what I suggest here to all of you. Comb, brushing and comb hair. Spring is a season of rising yang qi and timely hair brushing aligned with this health requirement. Brushing the hair stimulates the scalp meridians, helps disperse stagnation, promote the flow of qi and the blood and promote yang qi. Personally, I brush my hair 200 times a day, minimum. So during the so-called hair brushing, gentle scalp massage can relax nerve and relieve head pressure. And recommended to comb your hair or your scalp 100 to 200 times a day. How long does it take? Less than 2 minutes. Just comb. My hair are very thick, but my hair 50% white. White is fine. Next week my hair will be black. Okay. So if you are, for those who want to know more about meridians as well as acupressure massage, just now I share with you, you are encouraged to join my course Meridian Knowledge and Skill. This is the course whereby 24 hours I touch on all the meridian. The 20 major meridian on our body. I'll cover about 185 IQ points with 120 point very details so that it can help you and identify why all these points have their unique names. And this course will be on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to change this. I want to complete within a month, not be too draggy. Anyway, I have enough participants to start the class. So you're encouraged to join me if you are keen to learn how our body works. How our body within this piece of skin that you see, how the different organ systems are linked to each other. And why Chinese medicine pay attention to this fact called 牵一发而动全身. I have a lumbago pain where I poke your hand and it works. So anyway, you are keen. So now let me share about medicated diet. I will touch on 3 medicated diet. And for those who like to understand how medicated diet can help you, you are encouraged to join my course, Basic TCM Medicated Diet, where I look into the details of how medicated diet come about, how to eat to a healthy and beautiful you, understand the seasonal impact, understand the different constitution diet differences, understand how illnesses changes can occur, and what you can do to change your diet accordingly. So this class will be on a Monday evening from the February to March period. You can join me if you are keen. So it's a 7 to 10. And let me discuss about the course today, the sharing today, the 3 medicated diet, the millet porridge, the red dates and walnut porridge, as well as a Chinese yam porridge. So now let me bring into your attention to the red dates and walnut porridge. So just a bowl of rice, walnuts, red dates. Walnut is a very good herbs or food that are brain shaped like. It nourishes the kidney systems. The oil of the walnut is good for good in helping those maybe suffer from constipation. So should you come across an adult who like to munch something because of just munch something, recommend you to get some roasted walnut. So walnut, red dates, and you place them together, they can tonify the blood and qi, nourishing the blood and this calming effect because of the red dates, invigorating the spleen and stomach. So this is an artist's impression of what you're going to see. Red dates, walnut porridge. And the next called the millet porridge. So here we have millet 20 grams, rice 30 grams. That's my personal preference. When I prepare a millet, for example, this evening, my family, we have a rice. Inside, my wife places some millet inside. I don't like pure millet. So I leave still something white. So mine is a white with a sparing spray of a millet around. Red dates I decor because I don't want it too warm, and some wood berry. So this recipe here can nourish the spleen and the stomach, regulate liver qi, improve appetite. So this is how it look like. This is pure millet. But for my case, as I say, I like to have rice because 我是饭桶. Next is called the yam porridge. Yam is a very good herbs. Yam nourishes the lung, nourishes the spleen, nourishes the kidney system. For those who like to grow taller and stronger for young children, yam is a very good food because it nourishes the kidney and the spleen system. For those at early stage of diabetic, it can help to address and manage the condition. But if you are using the yam in this context, you reduce the carbo and rice accordingly. It's a good carbo replacement. So it tonifies the spleen. What Chinese medicine consider diabetic as a case of spleen system deficiency. The stomach, it nourishes the lung and benefits the qi and the yin. So this is the artist's impressions. So with that, I want to highlight one thing. Personally, I strongly encourage knowledge in health betterment because mastering the knowledge of health and skills in health betterment is the best gift you can give to yourself, your family, and your friends. To stay healthy, you must know how to stay healthy. I'm not saying my way of staying healthy is the best, but I believe it comes across from the many research that I rely on the basis of few thousand years of TCM practice. Knowledge in health go a long way. After you fall sick, then you want to learn about health. It's too late. Illnesses occurrence, after illnesses, then you seek doctor, and people always like to highlight, I'm sick today, can I be cured? So we hope that more friends can come and learn methods in health betterment. All my courses are supported by SkillsFuture and UTech. If you are not a union member now, I encourage all of you to join union as well. Union members are all given $500 of UTech, and you can, after attending my class, you can claim 50% from the UTech. You have $500 every year for you to go and claim. Paying another $100 for learn something in health is not something too much to ask for technically. So I would like to encourage all of you to make use of the SkillsFuture, or your friend, relative, ask them to learn and make sure that you use your entitlement. Because if you don't use your credit, by the time it expires, it becomes zero. You waste all the effort. Learning about health can be something you think about. Because while I like to discuss, with the policy worker right out there, skills and knowledge and SkillsFuture are given to age 25 to infinity. What do you expect someone at their 65, 70 to use their fund for? To learn how to do marketing? To learn how to use computer skills? It may not be necessary, but as long as you can learn something to stay healthy, it helps the economy in one way or another. So anyway, so just for your information, and with that, come to the conclusion. You can skip this part. And if you have any question, you may ask me, and I look forward to see you in my class.